When I first met Dr. Tao, he was sitting beneath a plum tree, gently peeling an orange with the stillness of someone who had nothing left to rush for. He was 90 years old, but his presence felt timeless. Not because he had no wrinkles, but because his wrinkles told a story of peace. Not because he moved like a young man, but because he moved like someone whose body and soul had made peace with each other. He was a village doctor for over 60 years. 3 generations had passed through his hands. And yet, when people asked him the secret to a long, healthy life, he never answered with medicine. He simply smiled and said, "To live long, wash the places the world forgets." It sounded so simple, almost poetic, but he meant it. He believed that health doesn't begin with medicine. It begins with awareness, with how we treat the hidden corners of our body, the parts no one sees, the parts we tend to ignore. He called them the 4 gates of longevity. And today, I'm going to share them with you, not as medical advice, but as gentle daily rituals that can restore flow, energy, and comfort to your body, no matter your age. So if you've ever wondered why some people seem to age slower, if you're looking for quiet habits that can help you feel lighter, clearer, more alive, then this video is for you. Because Dr. Tao's wisdom isn't about fear. It's not about disease. It's about living gently, about treating your body as a temple, not with perfection, but with presence. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the 4 areas of the body that Dr. Tao says must be washed regularly if you wish to live longer and feel more at home in yourself. And I promise, these are not just hygiene tips. They are small doors into a calmer, clearer, more grounded life. So stay with me until the end. You might just find that longevity lives not in what you add, but in what you begin to care for. If you find peace or wisdom in these words, I invite you to subscribe. This channel is a quiet space for deep souls, a place to remember what really matters, especially as we grow older. Now let us begin with soft hands, open hearts, and a little wisdom from an old doctor beneath a plum tree. Caring for your feet, the foundation of longevity. Dr. Tao begins every day the same way. Not with a pill, not with a supplement, but with warm water and his feet. The feet, he says, are not just the bottom of the body. They're the beginning of your life's rhythm. It may sound simple, but in his 60 years of practice, Dr. Tao has seen something remarkable. Those who care for their feet with intention often live longer and live better. And today, modern science quietly agrees. A study from Harvard Medical School found that regular foot care can improve circulation and lower the risk of heart problems by up to 35% in people over 65. Not with expensive treatments, but with warm water, gentle pressure, and daily presence. Your feet are like the roots of a tree, Tao often says. If the roots are dry and neglected, the tree will suffer, no matter how green the leaves look. He remembers one patient clearly, a man named John, in his 70s, tired, cold-footed, and unable to sleep through the night. His circulation was poor, and his energy felt dim. But after 3 months of gentle, daily foot care, soaking, massaging, hydrating, something changed. His sleep deepened, his steps grew steadier, and the man who once shuffled now moved with quiet confidence. Here's how Dr. Tao teaches it. Begin each evening by soaking your feet in warm, never hot, water for 3 to 5 minutes. Let the warmth soften the skin and draw stress from your day. Then, using a soft cloth or brush, wash your feet in slow, circular motions. Focus between the toes, where moisture loves to hide. Then dry them thoroughly, not hurriedly, especially between the toes. This simple act alone can help prevent fungal infections and improve sensitivity. But the magic, Tao says, begins in the massage. Take your thumb, start at the ball of your foot, and press gently, sliding back toward the heel. Move in smooth, upward circles. Don't rush. This isn't just hygiene, it's medicine. It activates ancient pressure points. Modern studies, including a recent one from the Mayo Clinic, show that this kind of care improves balance, reduces the risk of falls, and even strengthens your immune system. A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging Research revealed that older adults who practice consistent foot care were 40% less likely to fall and significantly more mobile. Dr. Tao shares another story. Margaret, 78, once afraid to walk alone due to aching feet. After starting this ritual, daily washing, gentle massage, and moisturizing, she was back on her feet in weeks. Now, at 82, she leads walking groups in her village. For dry heels, Tao recommends applying cream while the skin is still slightly damp, allowing moisture to sink deep. For those concerned about fungus, consider an antifungal powder in shoes, and always make sure your feet are fully dry. And for those with diabetes or circulatory issues, Tao advises extra care. Test the water with your elbow, he says, not your foot, for sometimes the feet forget to feel. Check for cuts or color changes. When in doubt, speak to a doctor. Above all, he emphasizes the power of routine. 10 minutes a night, he says, can change the way you sleep, the way you walk, the way you live. A light massage before bed, always moving upward, encourages gentle blood flow and reduces nighttime cramps. It's a form of quiet healing, a kind of prayer made with your hands. Start small. One evening, one bowl of warm water, one pair of feet that have carried you through your life. Because, as Dr. Tao reminds us, longevity begins with the steps you take, but it lasts through the care you give to those steps. And your feet, your quiet, loyal feet, are ready to be loved back. Caring for the armpits, your body's natural detox center. When Dr. Tao first began teaching students in his mountain clinic, he would often start with a surprising sentence. If you wish to understand the strength of a tree, don't just study its leaves, examine its sap flow. The students would nod a little puzzled, and then he would add with a soft smile. In your body, that sap flows through the lymph, and one of its busiest crossroads is right beneath your arms. Most people think of armpits in terms of odor, sweat, or deodorant. But to Dr. Tao, and now to modern science, they are much more than that. They are the quiet command center of your body's natural cleansing system. Behind the skin of your underarms lies a dense network of lymph nodes, tiny, tireless filters that help remove waste, fight infection, and keep your blood and tissues flowing clean. When these nodes are supported, the whole body feels lighter, stronger, more alive. Recent research from Stanford Medical Center found that regular care of the underarm area may improve lymphatic circulation by up to 40%, enhancing immune response and even supporting cardiovascular health. Tao recalls a woman named Helen, 73 years old, vibrant in spirit, but constantly ill. Colds, infections, fatigue. When he examined her, he noticed her underarms were often congested, damp, and irritated. Your lymph can't breathe, he told her. He guided her through a simple care ritual. Within weeks, Helen noticed she wasn't getting sick as often. Her mornings were brighter, her energy steadier, and her smile returned. So what does this daily care look like? Dr. Tao teaches a gentle 3-step ritual, easy to follow, deeply healing. Step 1. Cleanse with presence. Begin with warm water, not hot, and a mild, unscented soap. The goal isn't to scrub, but to awaken. Use soft, circular motions, moving from the outer edges of the underarm toward the center. This, Tao says, follows the river, not against it. The direction supports lymph flow and helps prevent congestion. Many people make the mistake of harsh scrubbing, but the underarm skin is thin, sensitive, and full of life. Gentleness here is not weakness, it is wisdom. After washing, dry the area thoroughly. Moisture trapped here can encourage bacteria, irritation, and even interfere with lymphatic drainage. Pat, don't rub, and let the skin breathe before applying anything else. Underscore. Step 2. Choose natural support, not suppression. The next step is where many unknowingly go wrong. They reach for antiperspirants, often packed with aluminum salts designed to block sweat. But sweat is one of the body's sacred release valves. It's how your body lets go of what it no longer needs. To live well, Dr. Tao says, you must allow your body to let go. Instead of blocking, support. Choose natural deodorants made with mineral salts, baking soda, or botanical oils. They neutralize odor without shutting down your skin's voice. And if you're trying something new, test it first. The skin here may be more sensitive with age. Let this be a partnership, not a battle. Underscore. Step 3. Gentle lymphatic massage. Perhaps the most overlooked, yet most powerful part of this ritual is what comes after the washing. A simple 2-minute massage. Every morning or evening, place your fingertips just beneath your underarm and use soft, upward strokes toward your collarbone. No pressure, just rhythm. This wakes the lymph, encourages it to move, to release, to flow. It can ease tension in the shoulders, reduce puffiness, and gently energize the entire upper body. Tao shares the story of Robert, 68, a man who came to him complaining of shoulder stiffness and unexplained fatigue. After just 2 weeks of this simple massage, Robert was walking taller, sleeping deeper, moving with ease. You don't need a therapist, Tao said. Your own hands can be healers. Small signs to watch for. Part of caring for this area is learning to notice changes. Swelling, tenderness, or thickened skin in the underarms are signs worth attention. They're not cause for panic, but gentle calls to observe, to ask, to check. Early detection in this area can be vital, especially as we grow older and our immune response shifts. And Tao reminds, the body whispers before it shouts. Learn to listen early. Cool water, evening rituals, and self-trust. To finish the ritual, Dr. Tao often suggests ending your underarm care with a cool water rinse. Not ice cold, just enough to refresh. This helps tone the skin, balance bacteria, and support lymph activity. In hot weather, cleanse more often, but always with patience. No rushing, no roughness. And in the quiet of the evening, when the day begins to exhale, Tao recommends gently washing the area again. Not out of fear, but to give your system a clear path while you sleep. Let your skin breathe. Let your lymph work in peace. The deeper gift of this ritual. Many of Dr. Tao's patients say something curious after a few weeks of this practice. They don't just feel healthier, they feel lighter, more at ease, more confident in their bodies. Because when your inner systems flow freely, your outer world often follows. Cleanliness, Tao says, is not about appearance. It is how you honor the pathways life moves through you. And in this most humble place, the folds beneath your arms, you have a chance to restore one of your greatest allies, your natural inner ability to heal. So begin gently. Start with just 5 minutes a day, and let your hands speak kindness where the world never sees. Because healing doesn't always happen in hospitals. Sometimes it begins in the smallest places, with a washcloth, with warm water, and with the quiet belief that every corner of your body is worth caring for. Caring for the inner thighs, circulation, and comfort. When Dr. Tao speaks about health, he often lifts a single finger, smiles, and says, "Where body folds, life hides. He's not speaking of organs or bones, but of the quiet spaces, the soft, warm inner places that carry us every day but rarely get our care. One of those places is the inner thigh, a meeting point of movement, warmth, blood flow, and skin-to-skin contact. For most of our lives, we never think twice about this area. But in the later years, small irritations here can turn into persistent discomforts. And worse, ignored, they can quietly block circulation, irritate skin, and even sap our daily energy. So Tao teaches a very simple truth. Comfort is not a luxury. It is your body's way of asking for attention. Let's explore together how small movements, simple practices, and a little patience can restore ease and flow where many feel tension. A quiet stretch that changes everything. Let's try something right now, together. Find a chair or a cushion on the floor. Sit gently. Now slowly, and I mean slowly, open your knees to the sides like a flower blooming. Hold. Breathe. This simple stretch, often called a butterfly pose, isn't just for flexibility. It wakes up the muscles and tissues along your inner thighs. The very corridors your blood and lymph must travel through to nourish your legs and lower organs. Dr. Tao recommends this movement every morning. 5 to 10 seconds per position. Gentle, no force. Stretch not to reach, but to listen, he says. Another lovely practice is slow, seated knee opening. Feet flat on the floor, knees together, then slowly let them fall apart and return. Back and forth, like breathing with your hips. These are not workouts. They're invitations for the body to open where it's been holding on too tightly. Dry, irritated, or uncomfortable. Let's prevent that. As we age, the inner thighs become more sensitive. Friction, sweat, and poor circulation can lead to irritation, rashes, or fungal issues, especially in warm climates or when mobility is reduced. Dr. Tao recommends breathable fabrics, cotton, bamboo, or moisture-wicking fibers. Avoid tight elastic bands or synthetic layers that trap moisture. Here's a gentle tip. If you're prone to discomfort, try lightly dusting the inner thigh area with cornstarch, not talcum, after bathing. It keeps the skin dry and calm, without chemicals. And yes, for some, just these 2 changes alone can transform the way you feel during a walk, a nap, or even sitting down. The power of ritual, morning and evening care. Treat these areas, Tao says, as you would treat a guest. Cleanse, comfort, and thank. Each morning, softly wash the inner thigh area with warm water and mild soap. Use your palm or a soft cloth, never scrub. Then dry thoroughly. And I mean every fold, every curve. Evening care is where the healing deepens. After your bath, gently apply an unscented moisturizer, but only if the skin is clean and dry. Moisture trapped under residue can cause more harm than help. Massage softly from the knee upward toward the pelvis. This encourages natural lymphatic flow, which supports liver function, blood cleansing, and full body detox. Real lives, real change. Tao recalls a man named Tom, 76 years old, kind eyes, but always shifting in his seat. He'd been struggling with inner thigh irritation for months. Walking became a chore. He stopped his morning strolls. Within 2 weeks of following this simple practice, gentle cleaning, light stretches, breathable clothes, Tom was back outside, walking with a cane and a smile. He later told Tao, "I didn't know how much discomfort I'd learned to live with until it was gone." That's the gift of attention. It lifts the weight we forgot we were carrying. Interactive check-in. Are you listening to this area? Let's pause here for a gentle check-in. Ask yourself, do I notice friction, itchiness, or tightness in my inner thigh area during the day? Is my clothing breathable and non-restrictive? Do I stretch or move this area daily, even a little? Have I checked the skin here lately for any changes in color or texture? If even one of these made you pause, that's your body whispering, "Thank you for noticing." Simple precautions for safer care. If you have diabetes or poor circulation, be extra mindful. Always test water temperature with your hand or elbow. The inner thigh area can become numb, and gentle burns or irritation might go unnoticed. If you see swelling, redness, or persistent discomfort, talk to your doctor early. Don't wait. Early attention is better than late intervention. More than skin deep, the deeper benefits. The benefits of caring for this area are not just physical. Better circulation in the thighs helps support liver function, reduces swelling in the legs, and enhances overall mobility. But most importantly, it brings back confidence to move freely, to sit without fidgeting, to walk without wincing. Dr. Tao often says, your legs carry you through life, but your inner thighs carry your ease. So be gentle, be curious, and start small. Even just 5 minutes a day, all voshlot, all bras, all stretch, can return flow to places that had quietly stiffened. Caring for the back and scalp, your energetic centers. Dr. Tao once placed both hands along his spine and said, this is the river of your life. If it flows freely, the whole land stays green. He believes, as do many ancient traditions and now modern science, that the back and the scalp are not just physical structures, but energetic crossroads where clarity, vitality, and deep rest either begin or break down. Let's start with a simple truth. These areas are hard to see, hard to reach, and too often easy to forget. But forgetfulness here doesn't go unnoticed by the body. Tension builds, mobility lessens, sleep becomes lighter, and your mind, once sharp as a bell, starts to feel foggy. You might think, I'm just getting older, but Tao gently challenges that. You are not fading, he says. You're just waiting to be reawakened. Why the back and scalp matter more than we realize. Let's begin with the back. Not just your bones and muscles, but your spinal cord. Your internal highway connecting mind and body. Every movement, every breath, every emotional response is touched by this long, quiet column down your center. Modern research, including studies from the U.S. National Institute on Aging, confirms that daily care for the back improves not just mobility, but also cognitive function in adults over 60. Now move upward to the scalp. Behind the hair and beneath the skin lies one of the most blood-rich areas of the body. When blood flows freely to the scalp, your brain receives oxygen, nutrients, and clarity. One UCLA study in 2023 revealed that regular stimulation of the scalp can increase cerebral blood flow by up to 28%, a number that changes not only memory, but mood, energy, and emotional resilience. Let's try something together. Feel the flow. Let's pause right here for a small, interactive moment. Place one hand on the small of your back. Now, take a slow breath in and feel your spine gently lift with the inhale. Now, lift your other hand and place it softly on your scalp. Close your eyes. Circle your fingertips slowly just above your ears. You are not doing this to fix anything. You are reminding your body that it is still loved, still here, still whole. Back care, where cleansing meets circulation. Back care begins in the bath, not with force, but with warmth. Use pleasantly warm water, never hot. Older skin is thinner and needs your kindness. Take a long-handled soft brush and begin from the base of your back, using gentle circular motions, moving slowly upward. Think of it not as washing dirt, but awakening the river. This improves blood flow, relieves tightness, and supports your central nervous system. After bathing, gently pat the back dry. Never rub. Let your towel become an extension of your care. Scalp ritual. Nourish the mind through the skin. Scalp care is more than shampoo. While washing your hair, press your fingertips, not your nails, into your scalp in small, circular motions. Begin at the front, just above your eyebrows, and work slowly back to the base of your skull. This small act improves blood flow, eases tension, and as many of Tao's patients say, quiets the overthinking mind. You can also do this dry, 2 minutes in the morning or before sleep. Let it be your closing ceremony for the day. Simple movements for a free-spirited spine. Dr. Tao recommends light morning stretches. Easy enough for anyone, powerful enough to bring relief. Here's one you can try now. Stand tall. Inhale. Then slowly roll your shoulders backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, place your hands on your waist. Gently turn your upper body left, pause, then right. No rush. You're not twisting a machine, Tao says. You're opening a window inside yourself. Even just 5 minutes a day can unlock tightness you've carried for years. Stories of quiet transformation. Barbara, 75, came to Dr. Tao with back stiffness and forgetfulness. She thought it was just age, but within weeks of adding these simple rituals, gentle brushing, scalp massage, light stretches, her clarity returned. Her grandchildren noticed she was more talkative. She laughed more. Even her posture improved. And most of all, she fell awake again. Know the early signs to watch for. Dr. Tao encourages regular self-checks. For your back, watch for stiffness that doesn't ease after rest, sharp localized pain, or numbness in your legs. For your scalp, dryness, flakiness, unusual tenderness, or changes in hair thickness. These can be early signals that something deeper needs care. Listen early. Act gently. Morning and evening care, a daily ceremony. Morning, light back stretches. Warm cleansing of back and scalp. Short massage if time allows. Evening, scalp massage to wind down. Optional back warm compress. Gratitude for your spine, your support for every day. 5 minutes, twice a day. That is enough, says Tao. But do it with love. Beyond the body, the deeper rewards. Patients often report more than just reduced pain or better sleep. They feel uplifted, more present, more themselves. Because when the energy flows through your spine and the mind is nourished through your scalp, life feels lighter. This, Dr. Tao says, is not hygiene. It is connection. You are touching the roots of your awareness. So start today, even if only with your fingertips and a little breath. Because when you care for these unseen centers, the rest of you follows. These 4 sacred areas, your feet, your armpits, your inner thighs, and your back and scalp, may seem quiet, but together they form the living control panels of your body. When they are cared for, Dr. Tao once said, the rest of you remembers how to thrive. In his 92nd year, with eyes still full of brightness and hands still steady in the garden, he reflects on what has kept him well. Not pills, not miracles, but consistency, daily rituals. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, done with love. It's not how much you do, he often smiles, but how often you return to yourself. When you nurture these 4 gateways, you support far more than skin and muscle. You stimulate your circulation, support your immune system, release tension, and awaken a kind of inner clarity that no medicine alone can offer. So begin gently. Maybe just one practice today, one breath, one bowl of warm water, one simple moment of presence. Let grow from there, because every small act of care is an investment in ease, in strength, in longevity. And if these words have touched something in you, if they reminded you of something your body's been softly asking for, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here, you'll find more gentle guidance, more stories, and more soul-centered wisdom to help you live these golden years with lightness and grace. Feel free to share this video with someone who needs a soft reminder that they are still worth caring for, deeply, gently, daily. And before you go, I want to leave you with this blessing. May your feet walk with strength. May your breath remain steady. May your body feel safe in your own hands. And may your life, at every age, be full of peace, clarity, and long, radiant years ahead. Take good care of yourself. We'll meet again soon.